I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to WWE 2K25. I think with the addition of the island, they'll actually pay attention to the game post launch, which will be a huge, huge improvement from what it has been. The only thing they paid attention to was the like card version part of that, and I don't even remember what it was called because I never played it. I never enjoyed it. I thought it was stupid. But MyRise has always been my favorite part. And so we're definitely checking out this video about MyRise. I love MyRise. We're going to be playing a lot of MyRise on this channel. Maybe on stream, maybe just doing videos in the background, whatever. But we're going to be playing MyRise because I love MyRise every year. My favorite part about the Smackdown versus Raw games were the like Road to WrestleMania portions, you know, when you could pick from in 2011, you pick from John Cena, Rey Mysterio, Dolph Ziggler, or you could be yourself, like your own created character. Super fun. My favorite part's the story because I want to, you know, live in that immersion of being a professional wrestler, even though it's just a video game. But super fun. This is the first video I've checked out from a symbol. He seems to be one of the leading 2K guys on YouTube. Got another video here. I think it looks like I'm gonna be watching some more symbol videos for sure. But yeah, let's get into this.
We just got a first look at WWE 2K25's MyRise mode. There's a lot to unpack here. This is your full breakdown of it. Right away, the things we'll notice is that we have the brand new 2025 Raw Arena with all of the aesthetics, the assets, everything is
nice.
in there. I
like
really
that
do love it.
I was worried that would not make it in there. I'm glad. I thought this was going to be like a post-launch patch where they have the new Raw Arena.
It looks excellent in my opinion. You have your first look of Triple H here in his suit, all decked out. He's kicking off the story for MyRise. Now it is confirmed here with IGN that this is the menu that you're going to see in the game. We have Play MyRise, Showcase.
Okay, I don't mind that.
My Faction Universe mode, and My GM. And then obviously as you can toggle over, you would then get into the additional menus made available. What's cool with how they started this off is that you have two options made available where you can select either going for the women's division or the men's division. And then it gives you the replay, obviously, of being able to do the other storyline. What's cool too is that you're going to get a choice of what your background is as you're starting off the MyRise.
That's a huge improvement. I saw that earlier on I think I saw it on Twitter, where you kind of get to make your own path as opposed to the pre-made paths, because the pre-made paths were kind of annoying. They were kind of dumb, right? But I am very excited about this. I want to hear what he has to say about it.
My story,
because that could make or break
from
this.
Raw, Smackdown, the top star from another promotion, AEW, or you're a decorated MMA champion. They then show off a little bit of the creation suite and actually building your character out. They fast forward through a lot of this, but with your created character, you're now going to be able to select casual attire. So instead of just walking around in your regular gear all the time.
Let's go. That's such a huge thing because I always hated the stupid casual attire that you would wear. Golly, it's actually massive. I didn't think I'd be that excited about wearing casual attire in a 2K game, but I love it. I love it because like I always had like a guy with face paint, all that. It would look so stupid in like a button-down shirt and jeans backstage with like all this face paint all over the place. Like, he looks like an idiot.
Entire mode, you're going to be able to have casual attire. I presume I'm going to be able to go in and change this whenever I want to. I think that's a nice little touch to it because, well, it's going to make things feel a little bit better instead of me just walking around in my trunks all day. The hub makes its return. It looks very much the same as previous years. Troy Simpkin is back to kick things off. The thing that you'll notice with MyRise and what they're showing off here is that it's the same style as we've had in previous years with it, where you're going to have the hub. You're going to have like just turning the conversation from one character to the next one that you're interacting with. Social media makes its return too. They outlined here, the developers did, that there's obviously the story beats, extended story.
It would be crazy if like they were using like real people's like Twitter handles. And you just like were playing one day and saw your own Twitter handle, like talking mess about your created character. That would be so funny. Like if I just saw Black Hawk Walker come up and be like, bro, this dude sucks. He's so bad. I would feel devastated if if I tweeted that my MyRise character was bad in game.
Elements that are found in all the social media posts, so your interactions and stories with other people, so you're going to want to be able to check that out too. One thing I did notice that I thought was done well here, from what they showed off anyways, was going to be the voice acting and the lip syncing of the models and the people doing the voiceover work. It looked better. I found it always kind of a little clunky in years past, where it's just the mouth is moving and the voice is going, and they're not quite lined up. They seem a little off. This looked a little bit better anyways from my eyes. They have voiceover work for characters like Becky Lynch, Triple H, obviously, CM Punk, and a lot of other ones in there. And at the beginning,
it would assume they would have most of the superstars, right? Like it'd be a waste if they don't have all the superstars. Like I can definitely understand like a rando, throwaway character that's not actually pertaining to the story outside of the moment that you have to share with them. But like if they have characters that are actual wrestlers that are not voice acted by the wrestler, that'd be kind of stupid.
Starting things off with picking who's going to be your first opponent in the performance
Shinsuke
center,
Nakamura,
Shinsuke, Sonya Deville, and Shayna Baszler. What they've done here too is, because we now have intergender matches, you can choose if you're on the female or male side, go against the opposite gender for any of these matches that they're setting up. So it looks like it's going to give you a little bit more freedom. So in this example, for what they did to start off MyRise, they went after Shinsuke Nakamura in the performance center, which is a nice way. Like I'm not huge in the intergender matches for the game. It's not a big highlight for me, but I think that one of the positives is that
I wonder if this is going to be like a common theme throughout the MyRise is the intergender matches, because it's not something we see on TV. Not at all. We might see some interference. Like at Raw, we saw Naomi kick a Dominic Mysterio. I think it was Naomi. But we don't see a lot of just like one-on-one intergender matches ever. We haven't really seen any of that since Chyna was, at the peak of her career. So I would be intrigued to see if that's going to make it into the game, as far as like MyRise, like you'll have to fight Shinsuke live on television, or if you're just going to be in the women's division.
That, hey, it breaks up kind of the flow, the normalcy of MyRise, and not just kind of doing the same things over and over again. You'll be able to change it up and actually fight a guy or fight a girl and do whatever you want there. We also get to see Becky Lynch's character backstage in her casual attire. Now, a lot of these attires and things are going to be unlockables within the mode. That always gets me a little excited. Cool. Is what unlockables are they going to make available in MyRise? It's incentive for me to play through it. Sometimes I don't bother with MyRise because I just don't. But I like to see what's going to be in there if we're going to get specific arenas like we have in the past to unlock different models, different attires, different versions of superstars. That would keep me going, and if the incentive is there, I'll go play MyRise. So we then get our performance center matchups. The performance center ring is making Shinsuke, and once again in the game. They also confirmed that you will have the backstage areas, the new ones to play through. So you will have the archives for WWE archives to have matches in. They mentioned the NXT parking lot. You're gonna be able to have brawls there too.
Bro, I'm actually kind of excited about the NXT parking lot. I saw like the preview of that. Pretty good. I'm actually kind of excited about that.
And in this clip for the Performance Center, we have Shinsuke in his Performance Center attire too. One of the new things they have added in here is going to be selecting your personality. So on screen, they outline that you have scheming and calculating.
Oh yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier.
Fun, or bold and brash as your different traits that you're going to have as a character. I like this. I wonder if you can change it up at any point during MyRise as you're going through, or are you like committed to
it? Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Like, if you did like a heel turn or a face turn, you could change your personality. That would be kind of sick. I'm not gonna lie.
It the whole way through. If I want to be a funny dummy for the first 45 minutes, let me do it. And if I want to be all serious later on, then I turn the page.
Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully I can do that, and you can tweak them as you go. But this is a nice feature to have, so that not every MyRise character you are playing as is going to have the exact same personality the whole game, so that everyone feels exactly the same. It is a small thing, but it is a good important detail, I feel, because it gives you more replayability, in my opinion, so that you can feel like, hey, I want to be a goofball and be kind of quirky and funny in the dialogue.
Yeah, because like On the previous MyRise, there was only really 2 paths, right? Last year was only 2 paths. This one, you can kind of create and customize your own path at the very beginning, and if you don't like it, maybe you can change it, I don't know about that, but you could definitely start over and, like, really craft a path that you enjoy and want to play. I think that's huge.
Just 2, as they said, based on your personality you select. I like that, so that I can be kind of a dork and funny in some parts, and then the next time I'm going to run through it, I can be more brash and serious and have that tone too. New environments too, new back.
It's like, I don't know if you ever played Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 3. Fantastic game, but there's so many different ways to play through it. Like, it's Dungeons and Dragons. Like, Dungeons and Dragons is great. There's so many different ways to play through it with the character that you exclusively create, not including like the changes you can make to the other characters in there, that it adds so much replayability. Like, I've played Baldur's Gate 3, I think 4 times all the way through now with different, main characters the entire way. It was fun every single time. And I think that's a huge step for this game in particular, where I think MyRise was where they were missing out on a lot of positive content. MyRise could have been huge. And I think they were missing out on a big, maybe not money maker, but like a big portion of players that would continually play this game for the MyRise content if there was the opportunity to make it more like themselves or change up the attributes and really just be a character that they want to be instead of these like locked in 2 options that they have had in the past.
Backstage environments look really nice. I like that you got Kathy Kelly back there that you're interacting with.
Nice.
You've seen Triple H once again, you're interacting with backstage. And then we fast forward to the opening of the WWE draft. And you have Triple H on stage with Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis' first look, ladies and gentlemen. He looks fantastic. He's in his Smackdown
looks big as hell.
Looks really good. So then we get our first instance of the storyline kind of getting started, where you have the masked attacker. And that's going to play into part of your MyRise story as you're getting started here. And they don't unveil and reveal who the masked attacker is, but it's the first chapter in this whole thing. And as you complete draft night for the story, you see that you can unlock Nick Aldis' suit as well as Triple H's suit bundle for the very first night. We then get our first look at CM Punk here in MyRise. He's got the full voiceover work. I believe that's the Bash in Berlin attire that Punk is wearing with the t-shirt. Punk's model, so. Like the screenshot we have seen, or a couple of them we've seen now, does look very good. We haven't seen Punk's entrance yet, eh? They've been kind of saving that. They then take...
Oh yeah, because last year when he did do his entrance, they couldn't use his music. And so I don't know if they're going to get the music this time or not.
Create a superstar through the first match they're having on TV on Smackdown, and then the masked attacker gets involved, and then they unmask. A good showcase, a good reveal for MyRise, and kind of where direction they're going to go in, where you're going to have multiple superstars involved. The intergender aspect is kind of neat. Models look good. It's one of those things where got to get your hands on it to...
Yeah, like I saw pictures of some of the models and I wasn't super impressed. Like they showed Dominic Mysterio. I was not impressed with his model. This Triple H one's pretty good. I will say it's a little bit bulkier than I would probably make the model, but I also don't know how to make models for video games. So I will preface with saying that I am nowhere near even close to an expert. But I think this is a really good model for old Trips right there.
See what the full story is going to bring. I hope and think that this is going to be much more of a more grounded story without all of the crazy supernatural elements we've seen in the past. There's probably going to be some of it in there, but maybe I'm not going to be like levitating and glowing. You never know. I don't like that it's still the hub and the social media thing and like pivoting.
I completely agree. That was one of my least favorite parts about MyRise because it was hard to figure out where I needed to go and like what part of the story that I need to pay attention to and be a part of. And I feel like I would miss things that way. Like I understand you can't just have a backstage run around like you did on SmackDown versus Raw. Things are a little more complex and they want to have a deeper story. But I do hate the way that this works. And I don't really have a suggestion on how to change it, which is unfortunate. I don't have a suggestion on how to change it.
From like talk to this person, talk to this person, talk to this person. That always, I felt, bogged it down. I wish that there was much more of a free roam aspect backstage where it really felt different, where I could run around and then have those interactions. I could run and go into the office and talk to Triple H there. That part of the freedom aspect of it, I feel, hinders it a little bit. I wish they would try to take it up a notch and be more aggressive in terms of changing what MyRise looks and feels like. It's a fresh new story, fresh new characters, add-ons to Creation Suite, new unlockables to get. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of people love MyRise because there's going to be variety in terms of the personalities you can pick and the branching stories. I think that's going to give me some replay value that I will be more incentivized to go in and try.
I agree. That's exactly the point that I was talking about earlier. Like, there is an incentive to, you know, playing this over again, because now you have the ability to make a new character, and maybe you did it the brash and, you know, way first and you didn't like it. And it was fine, but you didn't really enjoy it and you want to be the goofy one. Or, you know, I don't know what all the options are, but you can change it up and run the whole thing back and have another go and have fun.
Try to do it again. I am wondering too, because they did say at the beginning, I think it was Andrea who said that they've taken elements and to showcase from all the different avenues of the game, like different elements from the game overall, from the character models and stuff from different modes, etc., the arenas, everything like that. I wonder if one of the things that they kind of showed off for us here was how promos will work in universe mode, because you have that initial selection with Triple H of, you know, what brand are you going to be on. I wonder if the promos in universe mode will look like that, where it is going to be just, you know, a couple of options and then it branches from there and then the sequence starts for the cutscene. We'll have to wait and see. What did you guys think of the MyRise reveal? If you guys want to talk more 2K25 and speaking of universe mode, got this video right here going in depth about the goods and the bads of what we could see for universe mode this year. Have a great day. See ya.
This was a really good video. It was really well done. I enjoyed it. I am looking forward to MyRise for 2K25. I really am. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We will definitely be playing it on this channel. I'm going to get it on my PlayStation, but my capture card stopped working a couple of days ago. So I will have to figure that out by the time it comes out. So, but yeah, great video. Awesome video from Assemble. Definitely drop him a sub. You know, give him a like. This video is great. I'm more excited about 2K after watching this video, and I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun.